The human microbiome is such a hot topic right now, and there's so much research going into it, looking at more of a plant-based diet, for example, and how that can really promote a more healthy biome. So it's just really hot, hot, hot. There's really two categories of food that you want to focus on. There's prebiotic foods, which are really high fiber, plant-based foods like fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, beans, legumes, soy foods. And then also there's probiotic foods, so foods that actually contain the healthy bacteria. So what I'd like to talk about are just a combination of those foods that I've put into a few sample mini meals. So for example, I've reinvented a Reuben sandwich. I've greatly reduced the total fat and then supplemented it with some probiotic and prebiotic foods. So rye bread is a whole grain. Rye is one of the rock stars in terms of this fiber inulin, which promotes the healthy bacteria. Bacteria love to eat fiber inulin-rich foods. Sauerkraut, it's a fermented food, so it's just cabbage with a little bit of vinegar and salt. And then I've replaced the pastrami with tempeh, which is a soybean curd that has been fermented. Moving on to just a lot of vegetables, we have onions, and as you can see, the alliums are all really rich in this fiber. So all that I've done is I've sliced thinly some onions, and I'm just marinating them in some vinegar. You can throw it on a salad, you can throw it on a sandwich. Asparagus, all I've done is I've trimmed the asparagus, put it under the broiler, sprayed it with a little bit of olive oil, and then salt and pepper, and it makes a beautiful snack. My kids love it. Globe artichokes, Jerusalem artichokes, leeks, shallots, all really great rock stars in terms of this prebiotic inulin. And then moving on to dandelion greens, I've dressed it with a miso-based salad dressing. So miso is simply ground up soybeans where culture has been added and it's been fermented. So it is a probiotic food. So we're moving on to more sweeter choices. Here is a chocolate frozen banana milkshake. Bananas and even plantains are considered a prebiotic. All I did was froze the bananas, put them in a blender with some almond milk. My kids love anything chocolate. Now with the almond milk, there's only about 1 almond per cup of milk, so I actually like to add a little bit of almond butter to it to boost the protein. And then I also like to add a little bit more cocoa powder, and again, these are really rich in nutrients, polyphenols, so this is a great afternoon snack. Moving on to chia seed pudding. It's made with a kefir. Kefir is like liquid yogurt. There's actually 12 bacterial cultures in kefir, so it's like the powerhouse probiotic food. And with the chia seeds, which are really popular right now, the chia seeds, when you wet them, they turn into a gel. So it just takes a few hours to make this pudding. Then moving on to coffee beverages. This here is Pero. It is a coffee alternative. What it is it's a grain beverage. And there's another one called Inca, which tastes just as good. And this is a great prebiotic because it's rich in these prebiotic grains. Barley, chicory root is one of the superstars in terms of prebiotics. And all you do is you just mix it with water. You can add some milk to it, turn it into like a cappuccino or a latte. And then also some of these French coffees, like out of New Orleans, they cut the coffee with chicory root. So this is another great alternative. So I showed you a variety of prebiotic and probiotic foods which will help just, again, grow that bacteria, help it thrive, protect your body. It doesn't need to be complicated. Keeping it simple and fun and easy is just really the best approach.